hang on for a wild ride over 26 more laps here at the mile-and-a-half Atlanta Motor Speedway that races like a super speedway and has given us super speedway spectacle this afternoon in the first race of the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. The blaster Ford of Michael McDowell. Can he get some magic? The Daytona 500 winner. Can he go from pole to victory lane? He's up there mixing it up with Chase Elliott at the moment. 6 playoff drivers in the top 10. Bowman pushes his way through on the inside. Busch has been shuffled back. Ty Gibbs has made his way to the front.
And don't look now, Ryan Blaney, after being involved in the last accident, repairs. He's trying to work his way inside the top 15. 3 wide right there, tape all over the left side.
There's so much action, it's hard to know where to watch. I mean, every lap, every corner, the driver tries to make a move. Christopher Bell making it 3 wide into 3 there.
I like Ty Gibbs just continuing to take that upper lane and letting the car roll free. And it's worked all the way now to the front.
You know how the drivers, and Jeff, you know this firsthand, as a 2-time winner in Darlington, the drivers tell you how exhausted they are after Darlington. I think they may be exhausted today.
Emotionally exhausted for sure. And then the banking at this racetrack, the G-forces the drivers are exposed to, it's extreme. But this emotionally is exhausting. Every single lap, every single move matters, and it's a millisecond when you have to make the decision. You don't get to be calculative. You got to make a decision out of instinct.
Only 0.2 of a mile longer than Darlington, but so much different. The characteristics of the track, it's so smooth, the 28-degree banking. Suarez told us earlier this week he burnt 3,300 calories during last week's Darlington race, the Southern 500. He said he was exhausted at the end of it. Well, let's see if he's got enough energy to race for the win, because he is there fighting for second with Kyle Busch. Remember, Busch was one of the trio that came to the line. First to third was separated by 7 thousandths of a second. It was Blaney, Busch, but it was Suarez who came out on top.
I'm sorry. Jeff, I was going to say, let's not forget with 22 laps to go, we have Ty Gibbs, who was last on pit road at 2:08, but the majority of the top 10 is trying to stretch this last tank. And with 9 yellow flags, you would assume it's good, but if we've learned anything this year with these close fuel races, you don't want to assume anything. So I think there's some drivers reading these radios that still have some concern. They're trying to manage this chaos and save a little gas.
77 starts for the 21-year-old who leads this race. Could this be Cup victory number 1? Here's Kim Kuhn. What you got, Kimmy?
Well, up and down pit road, teams being told that they still need to save a little bit before they go hard, including Joey Logano. They just came on the radio and said they need another 10 laps from him before he can really go all out, go hard at the end. So if you think it's picked up now, just wait another 10 laps or so.
Well, if Logano's been able to get all the way back up into the top 5 while he's saving gas, if they ever do open the thing up, I can't wait to see what kind of moves he can make.
Ricky Stenhouse has had a good day in that 47 Oscar Mayer machine. He's hanging in there, hanging tough in 8th. Keselowski had to fight hard earlier in this race in the opening stage. Brad's still got a chance for a good result. There he is on that low side. There's the 6. Let's talk more about this car leading the way with Dave Burns. Dave?
Well, Lee, think about what he's trying to do. The car's right behind him. They're all close on fuel. In fact, Kyle Busch was told when you restart in the lead, slow down the pace. You need to save fuel. So if you're Ty Gibbs, you've got 30 laps extra fuel. You want to pull this group. You want to make them run out of fuel.
Granddad watching on.
It's been interesting to me how the leader, he's able to sit out there pretty much all day, Steve, and the guys behind him side by side just don't seem to be able to make ground up on him. So how are they going to do it when the race gets to the end? I think you're going to have to see some drivers start dragging the brake a little bit, trying to get someone to their rear bumper to get a push.
Yeah, I think right now every time they try to check up to get a push, they just get passed. And if you're the third place car, I think your only chance to win is to try to push that guy to the lead and then pass him.
Ty Gibbs said, I'm so thrilled to make the playoffs, but there's been times this year we've been in really good positions and I've either made mistakes or things have happened. He said, I know in myself, as a championship winning driver, my first win in Cup isn't that far away. Maybe, just maybe, it could be today. Could be like Carl Edwards getting his first win here, or Kevin Harvick's emotional first victory back in 2001. Could it be this youngster's day?
Oh, tight, 3 wide. Bowman got to the bottom, was able to make it 3 wide. The top of that 3 wide is the 12 of Blaney, who's continuing this recovery. Lost a little momentum there.
And Stenhouse went from one side to the other to tuck in behind Bowman. 15 to go.
Big move right here from McDowell, blocked.
Where? How? How can you find a way through? When do you make your move? Do you make the right decision at the right time? Chastain has been ever present for Trackhouse in that all blue car right in the middle.
The fans have got a show all day long.
There's been 2 extraordinary finishes in the last 2 races. Harrison Burton getting his first win and the Wood Brothers 100th in Daytona. And then Chase Briscoe racing his way into the playoffs with a victory in Darlington last weekend. What's on tap? What's in store today over these closing 13 laps? Can Ty Gibbs do it?
Look at that experience lined up on the top of the racetrack. You got Logano. You have Chase Elliott up there. Blaney. Suarez now, though. He wants to defend that win from the spring.
And is it the first time that Daniel Suarez sees his machine ahead? Gibbs is not willing to relinquish that lead just yet.
Blaney with a big run through the middle. Now he's able to get to that top. Cleared the 9 of Chase Elliott, stacking up on the bottom a little bit. Chastain blocked the 12. Now the 20 of Bell on the outside of Chase Elliott.
What did we say right at the beginning of this race and this show? Joey Logano is a big-time, big-stage, big-pressure performer. And look where the 22 is. Right in contention for a playoff race victory with 11 to go.
Blaney switched to the bottom. He's now that car on the bottom with the white hood. 3 wide, losing momentum. It's going to push.
Yellow debris.
Whoa. Piece of signage on the track or something has brought out the caution with 11 to go. Where'd it come from? Oh, there it is, way up high on the fence.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And so now if you're a driver, you got to kind of catch your breath here a little bit, Steve. You know that this last restart is going to be the most aggressive racing you've ever done in your life. And you have to take a breath right now, gather your thoughts, and understand what you're getting ready to have to do. You're going to have to do things that you don't want to do. Put the car in places it really shouldn't be. That's the only way you can win this race.